Hello, friends. Good morning and happy Friday feeling. It is our second Friday feeling of the year, which is exciting. I thought we could start off today's Friday feeling by showing you a little bit more about where my office is. In the past week or so, I've been coming into some classes and talking about my role as a school counselor. In the next week or two, I'm going to be hitting all those other grade levels that I haven't gotten to yet. So you're going to be hearing about what it means for me to be a school counselor, how I can help you. But I thought something that would be really helpful is to learn a little bit more about where my office is. So if you ever need to come down and see me, you know exactly where to go. So let's pretend we just got off the bus and we are heading into the school building together. We're going to go ahead and walk down this main hallway. Now for my older students, you probably already know where my office is, especially because 4th grade, it is in the same hallway as you. But for everyone else, we walk past the main office and we start heading down towards the gym. For everyone else, I thought it would be a nice little tour where you'll be able to see my office, and I think we might even meet some friends along the way. My office is in a space where there's lots of other grown-ups who are also helpers, who also work with students to help them when they're having some tough emotions or when they're making choices that might not be the best choices, or if they need help with other things like learning or just other things throughout your life. So when we get to the gym, you can see we just passed our crest over there. I'm in mirror image, so it's kind of hard to figure out. When we get to the gym, we turn to the right, and then we head down this way, past the nurse's office, past the cafeteria hallway, and now we're getting over into where our 4th grade classes are. So we keep walking down towards the walker door. And I'm also going to show you, in case you come in the walker door, I'm going to show you how to get to my office from there as well. So you can see exactly where my place is. So you always know where I'm at. Okay, we are almost there. And as you can see in a moment, I'm going to take us down to the walker door in a second. So this little door right here is where my office is. Now we're going to go in there in a moment, but first let me show you some things that you can kind of identify. So we have our lovely Welcome to a Bright New Year bulletin board right across from the door where you go into my office. I think that's from Miss Manton. I think that's Miss Manton's bulletin board. And down here is our walker door. So if you come into the walker door in the morning, right out here, we have our parking lot and playground and everything. If you come in through the walker door in the morning, then when you walk in the school, you are really close to my office. So let's go check it out. Gonna just walk back a little bit, again passing all of our 4th grade classes. And we're back at Child Study Team. So let's head on inside. Okay, so here we are coming into the Child Study Team offices. It sounds really fancy. Basically, what it means is that these offices are filled with lots of people who help students in all different ways. So we're going to go down the hallway in just a minute. When you first walk in, you see the Child Study Team Secretary, Mrs. Bartels. Hi, Mrs. Bartels. Hi. And we also have Mrs. Billig, who is in charge of all of these helpers back here, which is really cool. So first office we're going to be stopping in today is Miss Viscuso.
I'm Miss Viscuso, school social worker. This is my office.
Awesome. And we actually were here last year for one of our Friday Feeling videos when we got to kind of talk with Miss Viscuso and learn a little bit more about her job. And maybe we'll have you guest star on a few more of our Friday Feels this week, this year. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Miss Viscuso.
See you soon.
Then, if we keep walking down the hallway, you're going to see this beautiful blue room back here with 2 more of our helping friends.
Hi, LPES. I'm Miss Calandrillo.
Hi, I'm Miss Palamone.
And we're your school psychologists. Yeah. This is our office, so come on in.
Lovely office. They have lots of fun things, just like my office and Miss Viscuso's office. Fun things for us to play with and posters for us to help ourselves calm down when we need a little break. So thank you so much for letting us see your offices.
Of course,
really
anytime.
appreciate it. All right, and hopefully we can have you back on another Friday Feeling video
That
really
would
soon.
be fabulous.
Awesome. All right. So when we step out of their office, we come right in here into mine. So this is my office, my friends. As you can see, the lights up top are off, and that's because I like my office to be a nice, calm, relaxing place that you can come and calm yourselves down when you need to, or relax, or just talk about whatever it is that might be going on in your life that is a little challenging at that time. As you can see over here, we have a feelings check-in. We also have nice, cozy counselor couch that we can sit on when we're chatting, and we have one of my favorite features, which is our waterfall to kind of make it a nice, peaceful, relaxing spot. One of the things I have in my office that I love to use, and I know you saw it in Miss Viscuso's office and in Miss Palamone and Miss Calandrilla's office, we have lots and lots of fidgets down here. Lots of things that we can use to help ourselves feel a little bit better when we're talking about something really tough. Even for grown-ups sometimes, if we're talking about things that are a little stressful, a little tough, sometimes we like to have a fidget in our hand or use something to help ourselves feel a bit better. I also have lots and lots of games and books to use. You can see some of them down here. Some funny signs that we have. And we use all of these different things to try and help ourselves when we're having a tough time or having a tough day. All right, let me get a little settled here. There we go. All right, my friends. So I wanted to take this time to also have us do some mindfulness activities. Now, when we're talking about mindfulness, what that means is we are trying to calm ourselves down. We're trying to be really mindful of certain things and trying to let everything else go. So in our brains, we have lots of thoughts happening all at once. We might be thinking about what we're doing after school. We might be thinking about a test we have to take. We might be thinking about what someone said to us at recess. All of these thoughts are coming in and out of our brain constantly. When we practice mindfulness, what it does is it helps settle down all of those thoughts and helps us to find some inner peace, some relaxing moments of our day. And the cool thing about mindfulness is you can do it almost whenever you need to. A lot of times, depending on what mindfulness thing we're trying, it doesn't mean that we have to be going somewhere or doing something or even using things. Like I said, I like to use fidgets sometimes, but you don't need them to practice mindfulness. So today, I'm going to start off this school year by teaching you one of my favorite, easiest, most basic mindfulness things that we like to do. My older students, I know you already know this, but you're going to humor me for a minute. You're going to pay attention and play along because it is one of the best tools that we can use to help ourselves calm down. It's a breathing exercise, and I like to call it five-finger breathing. So I love to use this because for the most part, we have our hands with us always. We can use them as kind of a guide to help ourselves calm ourselves down. So what you do with this exercise is you take your hand, you flatten it out like a pancake, you take your other pointer finger, and you start down at the base of your thumb. Every time you trace up, you breathe in. Every time you trace down, you breathe out. Just like that. Pretty easy stuff. So what I want you to do before we do that, I want you to make sure you are sitting up nice and tall. We're not slouching. We're not laying down on our desk. We're not closing our eyes. I want you just to make sure your spine is nice and straight. We're sitting up really tall, nice and relaxed. Our shoulders are down. We're not hunching them up here like this. And when we breathe in, I like to breathe in through my nose, but if you're more comfortable breathing in through your mouth, that's okay too. It really doesn't matter much to me which one you do. Let's go ahead and flatten our fingers out like a pancake. Take that other hand. And let's go ahead and settle in. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in, out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Let's check in for a moment. Check in with your mind, with your heart, with your body. After we do something like that, how do you feel? Do you feel a little bit more relaxed? Do you feel a little bit more calm? Do you feel a little bit more ready to face whatever it is that you have to face? I know I do. I know when I feel that way, when I take those moments to do deep breathing, even as a grown-up, even as your school counselor, when I take those deep breaths, it helps me to find my center. It helps me to relax. It helps me to feel more balanced. It helps me to feel a little bit less rushed. Because in our school, it's pretty common for us to feel really rushed. We go from class to class to class. We're going from one place to the next. We're asked to do one activity to the next, to the next, to the next. All of us walk around feeling kind of rushed sometimes. When we take those deep breaths, whether it's in the middle of a math test or whether it is on your bus ride to school, it helps us to feel a little bit calmer. It helps us to slow down a little bit more. Now, you may have noticed when I did that, I wasn't rushing through. That's not going to help us feel calm. When we slow it down and we take those nice, deep, slow breaths, that's where we're going to find that relaxation. That's where we're going to find those mindfulness moments that help us to get through our day. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Child Study Team, CST, of Mrs. Heffler's office, and of meeting some friends along the way. I forgot to mention this before, but Miss Palamone, who you met next door with Miss Calandrillo, is brand new to our school this year. She just started a few weeks ago, so we are really excited to have her here, and I know you're going to make her feel really welcome as you see her in the hallway, as you get to meet with her. So it's exciting that she kind of got to see all of you, or you all got to see her, I should say. Friends, next week we're back with a new episode of Friday Feeling. And next week we're going to be talking a little bit more about mindfulness and the things we can do to help ourselves stay nice and calm. Until then, LPES, stay kind.